We're in San Francisco, the Golden City,
where open-mindedness takes the stage and people live whatever life they want to live. The city where creativity is flowing, where the fortune cookies are made.
It's sweet and crispy.
And where amazement awaits in every corner.
Wow, it's really pretty.
Oh, and we're gonna see. Travel with us as we explore different parts of the world. 1 year ago, we left our lives in Florida and moved to Hawaii. And now our adventure continues. We're Danny and Nikki, and we invite you to join us.
It's our first day in San Francisco, and we're here at the start of the Barbary Coast Trail. It's going to be a historical city walk that's going to take us to all the major points. So let's go.
So what we think about when we're in San Francisco is LGBTQ,
hilly streets,
yes,
Golden Gate Bridge,
colored houses,
the fortune cookies.
Yeah. So we're really excited. This is our first time here.
Let's go to our next stop, Union Square. Union Square was named Union Square because of the public rallies held here during the Civil War in support of the Union, meaning the North. So what you see here today, though, is like a bunch of fancy stores. You have like Saks Fifth Avenue, Macy's, and they got this like little square in the back that you can see musicians perform. People are drinking espressos. So let's go check it out. So I always heard that in San Francisco you have to wear layers. That's definitely true. Definitely true. I love how when I'm out in San Francisco, well, people are just themselves, right? They dance, they act kind of crazy, they wear whatever they want.
Yeah.
So
and no one really looks at you for it.
Right, it's just normal. So that's pretty cool.
We're still on the trail. I don't know, you just keep stopping along the way because San Francisco is really pretty.
It's like this Art Deco vibe. I really like that. But when I was a kid, like I always had this dream vision of San Francisco. It was so far away and I could never visit. And now I'm actually here. Yeah.
Cool.
So we're on to Chinatown and we can see it. That's making me hungry.
I know.
I felt like I could not go to Starbucks when in San Francisco because of all the coffee shops, so we stopped here and got a cortado. Delicious.
So now we're in Chinatown, which is the most densely populated area here in San Francisco. It's also where the fortune cookie factory is, which is our next stop. And I don't know if you knew, but fortune cookies were created in California, not in Asia.
Thank you.
I'm assuming this is a fortune cookie? It's good. It's sweet and crispy. So the fortune cookies we just ate are very different from the ones you get in the regular restaurants like Panda Express. They're crispy, they're even sometimes a little bit burned because they were just made in this hot oven, and they're sweet.
All right, being here in Chinatown makes me think of history. Of course, the Chinese helped build the Transcontinental Railroad. That's what many of the immigrants who came here did. How did the U.S. repay them? They repaid them by excluding them with something called the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882. But the Chinese are resilient and they build a life for themselves around the U.S., with San Francisco having the largest Chinatown in the entire USA.
And that's what it's like dating a history teacher. You get all these little bits of history information on your city trip. I did not know that San Fran had the largest Chinatown in all of the US. That is crazy. That's why we got lost a couple times.
I feel like you gotta get egg tart when you come here. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Yeah, they make it in
Cantonese,
not in China. I think it's a Cantonese dish, but they have like an egg tart that you can get. We'll see if we can find one.
Or not.
The city is filled with subcultures. Some of them looked at the world around them and thought they could do things better. you can find plenty of corners in the city where change happened, and one of those corners lies in a cafe.
So we're now in Cafe Vesuvius, which is next to a bookstore, which has a pretty great historical significance.
This is the place where the Beat generation, those people who kind of went against the conformity of the 1950s, kind of went against the grain. They used to ride over at the bookstore and then come over here to get coffee and drinks. So it's pretty cool to be in this place where a revolution kind of happens.
That's how we like to see ourselves, but we feel sometimes like we go against the grain.
Yeah.
We're nearly 30, have not settled down yet,
No kids.
and we're all about traveling.
We're non-conformists.
We hang out in this cafe.
One thing we loved about San Francisco is the music the city breathes. There are artists playing instruments, singing together, and people freely dancing on the streets. We get some pizza in Little Italy and eat it at Washington Square, where the jazz musicians play and everyone else listens.
The biggest slice ever. We have no napkins. On our way to Coit Tower. It is so pretty.
The higher and higher you go up, the just better it gets.
This is where we see the iconic, at least for us, that's what we thought about as San Francisco, those elevation changes, and
Even though it's kind of killing our legs, but that's okay.
it's okay.
All right, so we just made it to the base of Coit Tower.
Is that
Look
real?
out. Wow, it's really
See
pretty.
that?
Okay,
Oh my god.
found some treasure.
I was not expecting this.
I'm glad we made the hike.
I was not expecting that type of lookout. Blew my mind, really. I feel like, I don't know, so excited because you always see that bridge on postcards and movies, and to actually see it is really, really cool.
How much it costs to live here, guys, in this Coit Tower area? Is it 30 million, 20, like how much?
I guess we'll just keep on dreaming.
We're glad Carl the Fog isn't here today so we can see these beautiful views.
Yeah, that's right. San Francisco has a name for their fog.
Carl.
But
Today there's no Carl.
And so we are on our way to our last stop, Fisherman's Wharf, a neighborhood in the Bay Area and a tourist attraction.
what do you think?
Touristy.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here.
Yeah.
But there's some pretty cool street performers. I hear that like you have to try out to actually perform here, so that's pretty cool.
Yes, we're gonna now check out Pier 39, which is where the sea lions supposedly are.
You can never go wrong with Alcatraz views and the Golden Gate Bridge. Right?
Yeah.
All right. A ton of people here. Oh my God. This is like Disney
An
World.
amusement park.
We're actually just trying to test out our vlogging skills because there's so many people and we're kind of ashamed.
Shy.
What sound did they make? Really cold.
So that was our day. We're now at a
Popos.
Popos, which is
It's like public owned, no, it's private owned, public's operating space, something like that. But they're all over the city. But today was awesome. Got to see a lot of culture, a lot of history.
And I think my favorite thing of today was the Vesuvius Cafe. Just the feeling that something revolutionary happened there is really awesome.
Oh, and yeah, and then what about like Coit Tower and the views, right? We can see
Yeah.
Alcatraz, the Golden Gate Bridge, and
Cool.
every house that we've ever wanted to live in.
Yeah. So now we got Chipotle,
They don't have that in
Hawaii, so we're gonna eat that and then go back to the hotel and get warm. And
Let's
tomorrow is day 2 of our San Fran trip. See you there.
See you then. San
Okay, we'll
Francisco.
turn the camera off.
Okay.
They were doing
Alright, so we're now in, what's the cafe called? You can do it, come
I
on.
guess like authors like Jack Kerouac came here, Andy Gilligan,
Allen Ginsberg.
Allen Ginsberg.